Maps are an essential component of any competitive shooter, and these combat zones where players duke it out need to be just as balanced as the weapons and equipment they use for said duking. Too large, open and expansive, and some camping do-nothing sniper will go to town on you.
Bronco's dead. They're both dead.
Too confined and enclosed, and all it takes is a knife to really just ruin your day.
Humiliation.
Fucking stabbing me, you piece of shit!
And every game has a few maps that are disliked.
No! No!
Oh no. Why's it gotta be tower?
Over the course of Counter-Strike's history, a number of maps have been immortalized for their tried and tested ability to be fair, enjoyable, and sustainably competitive. Iconic combat zones like Inferno.
This could be a complete massacre here. Get Right picks up a frag. They're going to commit their way through. Freiburg picks up 3 in a row. Make it 4, Freiburg. Excellent defense there on Banana.
Train.
And there you go. Perfect timing there by Apex. And now JW decides to go pushing through. Apex has no idea. Oh my god! They line up! 2 for 1! JW, only JW!
And of course, Dust 2.
But it is too late. Geralt is going to be waiting. Hiko charges in, doesn't check. Oh, what? Oh my god! Inhuman reactions!
And yet, for nearly 2 decades, there has been a map held in far lesser regard. One that has been demonized above all others for the anxiety, frustration, and controversy it has provoked. A battleground that's been rebalanced and redesigned numerous times, but has remained hated for the majority of its lifespan. Of course, the map I'm talking about is Nuke.
Keep up your momentum.
No, not Nuke Town, although that map is a colossal, unflushable turd.
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
Nuke is among Counter-Strike's oldest maps, first released in November of 1999. It's been included in the competitive map set of Counter-Strike 1.6, Source, and most recently, Global Offensive, where it was remastered and reintroduced to the competitive rotation in 2016. Unlike any other in the franchise's competitive map pool, Nuke's bomb sites are stacked directly on top of one another, making it one of the most structurally unique environments in Counter-Strike. However, this verticality has given way to countless issues and confusions. For starters, the map has a history of being a little bit buggy, making for some hilariously broken and entertaining defusals. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the most broken thing in gaming ever.
What the fuck's with rare endangered crab spot?
We knew going into the rematch that Gustafsson flipping through the air was going to give John Jones problems.
Get down, you little fool, little
But it was pretty close. Perhaps Nuke's most notorious pitfall stems from the fact that, for a long time, CSGO's engine Source was awful at registering the verticality of a noise's origin.
Probably in one of the tunnels above us.
I don't know. Sounds awfully close to me.
And for years, it was virtually impossible to tell whether the terrorists had planted the bomb at Site A or B, given that the beeping noises were spatially indistinguishable, which most likely led to Valve giving the B site an entirely different beeping sound in September 2018. Prior to that, Nuke was capable of producing humbling, if not humiliating moments.
They might not even be sure, and now Glaive has plenty of time to rotate around.
Waiting for it. Oh no, oh my god. They go for the B bomb side. They don't know.
It's exactly what I was worried about. You don't, and now Glaive knows where they are. Look at him, he's just posted at the top of the vents.
Oh no, this is a nightmare. They're trying to get up. He's not going to let them. Getting both the kills. Completely outsmarting Team Liquid. The quad kill for Glaive. That is going to go down in history as one of the all-time moves as Moses. That That's rough.
Sound issues aside, Nuke's vertically oriented objectives make it one of the hardest maps for pro players to navigate. Since the sites are situated in painfully close proximity to one another, rotations between them can be hasty and haphazard.
Taking Shox is going to be here, but he doesn't have a nade to stop Device from getting the plant, and Xyp9x catches a kill down through that vent. Very nice push up from Shox, catches Device off guard, and that leaves just Xyp9x. I wouldn't be surprised if he just tucked tail and ran away, because they can easily defuse this bomb. He is going to have very little say in this round. They aren't on it just yet, but they should be soon. Xyp9x is taking kills with him. He's found another frag. They're on the defuse. He doesn't realize there's only one man down on that B site. Smith's chasing and Xyp9x finds another. This is a 10-second defuse and Shox is on the bomb right now. He might just... No! Xyp9x wins it! 4 kills in that round. Another huge clutch.
It can be really stressful and you have to master the rotation and take responsibility about who's going where, and you have to make split seconds decision, right? So I think that's one of the things making it so hard to master for teams.
What's more, the objectives are surrounded by a slew of savage sightlines, agonizing angles, and easily punishable entryways that make the map an absolute clusterfuck.
They're not taking a ticket, they're forcing the issue. They want to keep at the desk right now, but Oscar and that also shotgun, he's making paper as well. That's so much money.
It's probably the most difficult map, tactically speaking, and on the CT side that requires the most communication. Because you constantly have to move players around.
You have to understand rotations really well, how to outplay your teammates. And most teams actually have really bad rotations. They're just really scared to admit it.
Like, there's a lot of chaos constantly going on, which means that you consistently have to highlight what spots are open, what things do you have to work out for, who's rotating where, which is why it's very difficult to play and only very few teams master it.
And it's for these reasons that most professional teams are quick to veto it during the map pick ban phase. For years, Valve has tried to balance out Nuke by adding and removing windows, vents, and even entire catwalks. And yet, as far as the community is concerned, they always find some way to miss the mark. But the fact that most teams were shying away from Nuke in 2018 inspired one roster to not only learn it, but become certifiably unbeatable on it. In between February 2018 and the publishing of this video, the Danish powerhouse that is Astralis have gone an unbelievable 31-0 on Nuke. 31-0. Like, what do you even say to that?
We cannot beat this motherfucking team for shit!
The funny thing is that lately, their dominance on the map has motivated other teams to start taking it seriously as well. And on occasion, it's even looked like Astralis were going to be given a taste of their own medicine.
Chris J gets a kill with the SMG. That's nice bonus money for him, $1,200 in total. And Glaive is the last man standing. Galil would be worth a save if he could find it. Don't know if he's been spotted. Apparently not. Ooh, does he go for 2? It will just be the 1, and Mouseports have doubled the score of Astralis.
Until they weren't.
But Device has to hold on the hut at the same time. He's got 2 jobs, he's holding out 2 jobs, and Rops gets shot in the head through the vent, maybe even the floor. This looks okay for Mouseports. Now it looks terrible. Well, more work must be done. He's got to get on this bomb plant. He's got to obscure his angle from heaven. Oscar, 1 versus 2. Device back up top. Oscar's looking for him. Both snipers, but only one has got an AWP. He will look for the rotator. Maybe he heard Xyp9x. He's got a great angle, but the crouch pick from Xyp9x will be enough. And the recovery starts for Astralis.
Device with a very strong off angle here. This is really difficult to deal with. The spray comes through, but it won't be good for the double. I thought for sure it was. Now Oscar has to get the bomb down, and he knows he can't. Glaive is right there. They haven't used this boost so far on the CT side. This could be the surprise that breaks the back of Mousesports. Will it be over here? Xyp9x, such a strong position. 2 players below him, 3 kills. Oh my god, the smoke afterwards, as well as the bomb being dropped in front of it. That is devastating.
That is a big GG button right there.
Device just up in the open. You never see players playing from this position. And he's going to maybe try to follow them through the smoke perhaps. He's got teammates to throw nades in. He's going to jump straight through down the stairs. He'll go. The spot players, he's going to be separating them. Device going forwards with the AK now. And they are getting sandwiched. Oh, this is just so horrible for Mousesports.
So you could see on their faces after the first game, they felt like they won that one. Only 3 rounds away in the second map as well.
But that doesn't mean that these flashes of brilliance aren't indicative of a changing attitude towards Nuke. The view that it isn't an obstacle to be avoided, but one to be confronted and mastered.
It takes a huge depth of knowledge to play the map, because there's so many rotations constantly ongoing all the time when people get picked off. So I think that's why teams like Astralis, who are the best team right now, are so good on it. A lot of people say it's like, I guess you could say a dumbed down map, but I think it's the complete opposite. I think it takes a high level of knowledge playing Nuke for sure.
Yeah, that's it really. Like, you just have to be a team to be good on Nuke. If you all play individually, you're going to lose 16-5 every game.
Whether Valve intended it or not, the community's perception of Nuke has undergone something of a transformation. It's gone from being one of Counter-Strike's single most detested maps to the one that professional teams are slowly but surely striving to prove themselves on.
We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it.
It's kind of beautiful to watch a map that was shunned for so long become a benchmark test for the tactical fluency of professional teams. What's less beautiful though is watching these teams try and play this map against Astralis, since it's starting to look more and more each day as if the only way to beat Denmark on Nuke is to simply nuke Denmark? Wait, who wrote this? I would never want to nuke Denmark. It seems like Denmark is actually a pretty great country. And now that I'm thinking about it, this reminds me of a legend about the Danish flag and about how it fell from the sky during a battle.
Okay,
and
but have you seen that fucked up frog puppet they have?
Vil rapper. Man har udleveret lidt, jeg er en drømmand. Hop, hop.
Too confined and enclosed? Just motorboating? That's a term you don't hear too much anymore, right? Used to be like, people be like, yeah, motorboater, and you just be like, dude, just fucking calm down. Like, where did that even come from? Why is it a motorboat? What is motorboating? That's gonna be our next video. Oh, is it?
I feel like it's like a Will Ferrell thing.
Fuck. Yeah, it seems like a thing Vince Vaughn would do.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.